Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel, and this is a quick look at 2021, my personal predictions of what we might see and what we might not see from Microsoft and the Windows world and so on. So, of course, the first thing that we will see in 2021 sometime in the spring will be Windows 10 X. How popular is it going to be? How is it going to be adopted? Is it going to be a flop? Is it going to be a winner? I predict that for the first year at least, this is not going to work. Well, the reason why, we've seen it before. Windows 10 S, even Windows RT when there was Windows 8. When you cannot run your favorite apps, well, a Windows operating system becomes a flop. And that's pretty much always what happens. So I don't expect that to work this year because that will not be something that people will want to have on their PCs. Even Enterprise use tons of apps that are, to install and work in an environment x86 or x64. But is it going to be a total flop? Here's the thing. I think the first year is not going to be interesting. But if they are committed and continue to work on it and do what they say, Windows 10 X giving us support for x86, x64 apps, that means you can install your favorite programs in 2022, that's where it could be interesting. Maybe 2022 could be a different story. But the problem is we'll already have a Windows 10 X information where it tells us, well, this thing doesn't run anything. So that's going to stay with it. It's going to stick with it. I said it so many times, they are better off waiting for the release and have x86, x64 than to just release it without that support right now. But that, we will see. Windows 10 on ARM. It's already a half flop, but we have something interesting coming up. Windows 10 on ARM is running on Qualcomm's own ARM CPUs right now. And from most of what we've seen, the performance is not very good. Now we have good news of x64 support and all of that. That means your favorite apps could be running in Windows 10 on ARM. Where it might be interesting, and we don't have any dates, we don't have any news other than we learned this week that Microsoft is creating its own ARM processor. So just like Apple, which created its own ARM architecture and processor with the M1, Microsoft also is working on its own ARM processor. Depending on what they do and how fast this works, how good it is, that's where it could be very interesting. Because that's where it means that there could be serious performance and that could work. But until now, for 2021, I still think it's a flop for Windows 10 on ARM still. But we'll see with the future coming. For the rest, what do we have? We have Windows 10 that will have what we think is a small cumulative update for 21H1, which is in the spring. So what we had as a small cumulative update now is pretty much what we'll have as a small cumulative update in the first half of the year. And the big deal and the big news will come at the second half of 2021, and it will be that complete redesign of the user interface for Windows 10. That could be very interesting, and that, as we slowly learn more about it, will be, I think, probably the most exciting thing about Windows in quite a long time. We have to admit 2020 has been very boring in Windows 10. Not a lot new stuff, not really much offered. But 2021 could change that, and hopefully it will. We also know that there will be new devices Microsoft is working on. Of course, new Surface laptops, Surface tablets, and devices. So that will, of course, be something coming up next year. That will be interesting to see how they sell. We know that it's a small chunk of sales of PCs, but Microsoft says that the sales are not that bad. Actually, they're there. So we'll see what's going to happen with all of that. And so 2021 promises to be quite interesting. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.